Do you want a movie that has a rhinoceros and a warthog give dick jokes to each other? Do you want to see 4 balding turtles act like they want to be humans and then rediscover the value of life? Then this is the movie for you. If you want to see a big brain villain shoehorned in like you've never seen, then also you'll probably enjoy this. That was pretty crap. Welcome to the review. This is Michael. He was supposed to do the introduction, but I took over because he couldn't get it out.
He stole it from me.
Yes, I did.
So this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. What did you like about it, Anthony?
It was very colorful. The colors were well saturated. I loved the overbearing use of CGI because at first it was something I was complaining about when we saw the movie, and then every time they showed a character that wasn't CGI, like Megan Fox or Will Arnett or The Flash, they drove me so insane that I was like, just get back to the dumb CGI characters that are actually making me smile.
All the human characters were really lackluster.
Terrible.
There was an entire sequence where Megan Fox had to dress up like a schoolgirl just so that they could put it in the movie. There was no reason for it in the movie. She could have just stayed dressed up how she was.
The best human in this movie was Tyler Perry.
Yeah, Tyler Perry was definitely the best human character.
Shredder was really weird because they, had a third actor play him, so there was a big casting change, and it was a little jarring to see him because every character that was like a big hero or a villain was CGI. And in the last movie, he was pretty much entirely CGI. In this movie, they just decided that they're going to make him practical, which normally I'd be for. It's just like, I think he looked worse in this movie, but it doesn't matter that he looks worse because he's not really in the movie as the Shredder. He's just like a guy that goes and gets stuff.
Yeah, he's not even menacing or anything.
And they shoehorn Krang in to be like the big baddie, but I mean, he's literally just dropped in the movie out of nowhere for no reason whatsoever, and then it gets to the point where at the end, since he's not in the movie, they literally have to like Google what it is. Even though, I mean, it's Donatello's little, invention, science machine where it has all the holograms. And he's like, his name is Krang. And that machine is the Super Ultra Annihilator machine. And it's going to kill everything. And then they all are like, oh, let's go get Krang. We're going to go stop Krang. And it's like, you don't even know what Krang is.
Yeah. It also seemed like it was almost the plot to like a really bad video game where Krang meets Shredder towards the beginning of the movie. Shredder gets teleported to Krang, and Krang's like, you have to go get these 3 pieces. They're all on Earth in these scattered locations. If you find them, you can help bring my ship to Earth, and then we can destroy the world. And then Shredder doesn't even do any of that. He gets Bebop and Rocksteady to do it, and the whole time it's like, well, Shredder's supposed to be one of the bad guys, but he doesn't do anything, and he doesn't look menacing or anything. He looks really small. Like he'll look like almost like he's 5'5", especially when he has his helmet on and everything. It makes his head look gigantic on a really small body. But Bebop and Rocksteady were probably my 2 favorite characters in the movie. I think that every time that they were on screen, they stole the show.
You didn't like Casey Jones?
I did not like Casey Jones and Megan
and
Fox.
His hockey stick.
No.
My favorite part of the movie is how he duct tapes himself a roll of, what's it called? A pair of roller skates.
Yeah, he duct tapes some rollerblades.
He like finds some wheels somewhere and then he duct tapes rollerblades.
Were the wheels on?
I have no idea. He just finds wheels and then duct tapes them to his shoes and then skates like a professional hockey skater because he's supposed to be like a hockey fan. And I'm just like, there's no way those are staying on your feet. You're gonna die. And a rhinoceros and a giant pig are chasing you on motorcycles. How are they not catching up? The Flash is terrible in this movie. It's weird because whenever you see him on TV, he has like this low voice. And in this movie, I don't know if that's his real voice or if he's putting it on, but he's just like, hey, I'm Casey Jones and you guys are being bad.
I was going to say that. His voice, I thought it was really high-pitched for some reason.
Is he trying to just do this like Casey Jones? Does Casey Jones sound like this?
It was really jarring to listen to because it was like he's supposed to be fighting the bad guys, but he sounds like super squeaky.
Speaking of voices, I felt a giant lack of Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, I don't know why they replaced Johnny Knoxville with the new guy. I have a theory.
What? They're supposed to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and Johnny Knoxville has the voice of a 50-year-old smoker. And I think
Yeah,
they
I
wanted
guess.
to get a teenager, but at the same time, I really like Johnny Knoxville. And, they're not making a ton of Jackass movies anymore. I want him to be in stuff.
Not only that, but they were. I feel like in the first movie they weren't as goofy as they were in this one. Like in this one, I felt like they were 13 years old and all like just super. Like it was almost too goofy.
Yeah.
Like they were constantly just like joking around. And I'm like,
but
I
they're
like.
teenagers.
Yeah, I like when they're like joking around and stuff. But it was almost too much. It was too weird, and it just got to be annoying. I don't. If you liked the first one, I guess you'll probably like this one. I think the fight scenes should have been a little bit longer.
No, I completely disagree.
And, no, I think the fight scenes should have been longer, and they should have focused more on the turtles and the bad guys instead of just kind of throwing them all in there and letting them figure it out.
Could we just say spoilers? The world is saved by a drone.
Yep, the world is saved by a drone.
The world is saved by a little quadcopter drone, which was amazing, I thought. This movie, I think, is way too Michael Bay-like, because Michael Bay didn't direct this movie. He produced the first one. I'm not even entirely sure if he produced this one, but I imagine he did.
I think he produced
and,
it.
this movie is shot just like any Michael Bay movie. Every time there's anybody getting in and out of a car, it's always this tilted real low angle of the car going past the camera. And there's a big homage to Transformers when there's a little bumblebee car at the Halloween parade.
Yeah.
To which I said, fuck you to the movie screen, because that is not something I want to be witnessing.
I don't know. If you liked the first one, you'll probably like the second one. I didn't like either of them. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna make a third one because it's really flopped. It's doing half as well as the first one.
How much money did it make opening weekend?
The opening weekend it made $35 million, and the first one made $65 million opening weekend.
Okay, so that's only about a 55.
And
or
the
a
movie
45%
cost
drop.
the movie cost more to make than the first one, so I can't see them making another one. They'll probably reboot it in 5 years.
They'll reboot it. Nah, they're gonna make another one. They will. Because you can't just say that because it's set up for a sequel that they're going to make one. If the movie didn't make a ton, then I'm sure it'll stay. But you know what? This is a kid's movie. Like, a lot of kids will go and see this, and kids' movies have staying power.
I don't know. I would say if you don't need to waste your money on it if you didn't, though.
If you want to go have a family fun time with the kids, they will like this.
If you're bored and you just want a popcorn flick, it's a good one, I'd say, but that's about it.
And I mean, you can't even judge this movie so much by the logic it contains, because it is this movie. It's a, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. You shouldn't go expecting the Winter Soldier, when you go see this movie. You just take it for what it is. It's like a little CGI adventure thriller of turtles.
Dumb action movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's better than Transformers movies.
Yeah, it's also shorter.
Because it has a redeeming quality. And that is, the turtles are always fun. And in this case, the other CGI characters, the Bebop and Rocksteady, were pretty fun as well. So I think that if you go and see this movie, you will enjoy it as long as you go in knowing what it is. It's not an amazing movie, but it is a fun CGI, throw it in your face kind of movie.
Yep. Okay, so that was the very first random movie review, and we'll do another one. Let us know what movies you want us to review in the future, and bye.